keep California cowgirls from vanishing.
Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show, training our horses and miniature cows in ranch versatility. Penning Rusty and Suzie, our bull and heifer. Roping Rusty with Morgan horse Semi. Training Eve to drive cart. Training Eve to work over her haunches with a motor cow simulator. Training Eve to lay down. Training Eve to harness, pull a log. Training Semi to harness, pull a log on turf. Jumping at liberty to music, making our Morgan horses our partners. Training Eve on a cow roping simulator. Training on our driveway, which is covered by sand, so we have a straight track. Stepping over poles, jumping over crossbar jumps. Training in our trail obstacles area. Semi on the big steps. Morgan horse Sadie doing obstacles rainlessly.
Semi drives a cart. Sadie pulls a log. Sadie learns to pull a cart. Miniature zebu heifer Suzie learns to drive a cart. Bull Rusty learns to pull a harrow. Here are video clips of some exercises that we are using to get Eve light in her stops and starts so that she soon will be ready for live cow work. In my uncovered arena, we're going to work on helping Eve to be light when she starts, stops, and rolls over her haunches. So I'm going to show Brianna what it is I have in mind, and then she's going to practice with Eve, because Eve needs a lot of practice now to get ready for live cow work. All right, Eve has no problem with lateral flexion. She thinks that that's always the right answer. We have the double reins on. In case we don't get vertical flexion, it really helps a lot. Just pick up on the rein and watch her head come down. Now here are some exercises we're going to do to help Eve understand what we want when we ask for a back, when we ask for a roll back, and when we want a good stop. And we're going to use fencing to help us do that. So first I'm putting this double rein down, doing what we usually do when we back, sitting on my pockets. Out and in, out and in, out and in. She doesn't understand. I'm looking over her ears. Very light on my hands, but I got a little bit of resistance just now, so I stop and pat. She did give me a few good steps. I'll watch my legs. Watch my body. I stay centered, but I sit on my pockets, out and in. A little bit of indication with my reins. Confusion, she's going lateral flexion. You see, she thinks that that's always the right answer. Out and in, out and in. Back, 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 Eve, back. Nice, very nice. Straight back, then she stopped. Okay, well I got a few right answers with each back step, so I'm going to give her a reward and ask again. And Brianna's going to help me out here by doing this with Eve as much as it takes to get her light so that she can do live cow work. Gonna get her head over. I do a visual block rather than pulling on the reins. Out and in, look over her ears. Out and in, sit on my pockets. Out and in. Back. 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 There, she's getting light. Back. Back. Much better. All right, that's one exercise. Now, a roll back. You've seen this before on my shows. 45 degrees into the fence. Whoa. Back. And over. It's good to do in a corner. Into the fence. This time I'm 90 into the fence. Now I got to get that back. A little bit of direct brain and over. Whoa. Back. Oh, she's being real light right now. But you know, as we pick up speed, she won't have that lightness. And of course, if you're going to do live cow work, you got to be able to go fast some of the time. Now, how are we going to get her to understand that a stop, not to be a bounce on the front end, but a tuck of the hind end? We're going to go into the fence. First, I'm going to do it just at a trot. And I'm going to tell you some of the caveats about this exercise. I'm going out here, and then I'm going to come into the fence right here. Woo. Back. Little confusion. She thinks she has to roll back. All I want her to do is go straight back. Now, let me tell you the caveats, because it didn't just happen, but it's gonna as we pick up speed. They're gonna find out, the horses do, with this fencing exercise that, oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna have to stop when I get to the fence, so I might as well slow down now. Well, that's why I have my spurs on. I'm gonna, if I feel that she's slowing down, and Brianna, could you look down at my spurs? They're a very dull rowel and a very short shank, just an extra aid to explain to my horses what I want them to do by using leg cues. So as I get closer to the fence, if I feel her slowing down, I'm gonna just rub that spur. You see, she feels that. Just touch her with it. Whoa. Good. A good stop. All fours are stopped. Now I'm looking over her ears, asking for a back. I want her to understand that I want a straight back and not a turn. Let's see if I can explain it. It's timely cues. Whoa. Very nice. Very small steps are necessary. Eve is the kind of Morgan mare that really wants to please, and if she feels that she's giving you the wrong answer, she gets real stressed. So, if we can do it in small steps, give her reward. Remove the pressure only when she gives us the right answer, and insist on going back and doing it again or doing something again that she knows how to do. Don't stop on a bad note. Look for that note of resolution, the way Pirelli says. He uses that concept. It's a musical concept, but he uses it in his training. You look for that note of resolution upon which to stop your session. So now, those are the basic exercises we're going to use. I can predict that the hardest one with Eve is going to be getting her to go from one end of the fence to the other doing fencing at various speeds, because she'll get excited when she gets towards the fence. She'll try to please. It means she might very well stop before she gets there, so we're going to have to explain to her that she's got to keep going. And then when she gets there, the faster we go, the more we sit on our pockets, keeping our legs straight, the more likely she is to pull that hind end under her and give us a haunches stop. Now Brianna tries the exercises, riding Eve. Sit back on your pockets. It's almost like you're leaning back. Oh, with your back. Okay, all right. You can see that we are letting Brianna try some of these exercises on camera, and I'm going to be giving her some advice because I know Eve quite well. I'm Sonia Sotlo, the urban cowgirl, and Firecrest Easter Eve is my oldest Morgan mare here at Minmore Farms. And she's such a well-dispositioned mare, but she also came to me at 5 years old without any training at all, so we've had to do a lot of work with her. Whoa. Okay, now try to get that hip over. She's not sure whether you're going to be doing a rollback or a stop, but she's not to, for these exercises, she's not to make any assumptions. And if she has, you have to correct her, because you're the one that's going to be telling her what you want. And it's timely. You have to tell her very timely. Not, yeah, right. Even carry a crop in the future if you need to. Okay, and try to bring that head down before you move back. Use the double reins. Just pick them up. Do a little bit of give and take on the, there you go, there you go. All right, and then always give Eve a chance to think about it so she knows she's giving you the right answer. And now try to do a straight back. Look over her ears. Good. Okay, did you mean to turn? Oh, okay. Brianna said she was trying to do a rollback. Come on back here, and I'd like to see you do, let's say, 6 steps straight back. And then we'll try a rollback. Rollbacks are probably the hardest of the 3 exercises. Think about how you're going to explain to her, maybe pick up the double rein for a minute, remind her to bring her head down. Good. There, good. As soon as she gives you the right answer, release. That's right. Okay. Now straight back. And cluck, but legs out. Very nice. Very nice. Now don't let her front end go to the left. Close your door with your left leg when you see that that shoulder's moving in the wrong direction. Good, good. All right. So that's the back. And then you tried to stop against the fence. Now, if you're going to be doing a rollback, think about where you're going to aim for on the fence line. Try to go into it at a 45-degree angle. And right now, you're not going to roll back right away. You're going to go into the fence at a 45. You're going to hoe her. Let her think about it for a couple seconds. And then back her up and come go in the other direction over the haunches. Let's see if we can get an over the haunches movement. These are all exercises that are going to help her do live cow work when the time comes. Okay, back, a couple steps back, and then roll over. Roll over to your left. And then go down the fence a couple fence lines, a couple rail lengths. And you can use direct rein, and make sure that when you do that your support rein is not holding her back. Sometimes one gets nervous and you're trying to get her to go a certain direction and you're inadvertently holding with the other rein. Good, try it again. And you're going to be doing this, Brianna, whenever you have a chance. Maybe every other day or so with Eve until she's really light on these exercises, because all of these movements are going to be used when we bring the cows in here or bring her to the cows. Back, direct rein with your left, okay, and you neck reined, that's okay with your right, but you could also just let the right rein be loose. It's your direct rein right now, coupled with your legs opening and closing the doors, coupled with you looking in the direction you want to go, those are all the things that are telling her, okay, I guess I'm supposed to go left, but since you're backing up and asking for motion to the left, the logical thing for her to do is just swing over her haunches. We want to get her really used to that. Nice swing. Okay, we've got enough on camera now. We'll check in with you every few days to make sure that she's making progress. And of course, you're going to be picking up speed as you go, because progress will include doing it in faster speed. Lightness in transitions, lightness in stops, lightness in rollbacks, lightness in backing. That's what we want. And we're using these exercises to get there. Because when it comes time to going with a live moving object, we're hoping that she'll lock on and be light.
Using mechanical equipment for follow and stop practice.
With Sadie, because we want Sadie to follow a simulated mechanical cow. This is our kids ATV that we've used a number of times for simulated cow work. We want her to follow it, and we want her to stop with it. So I've instructed Katie, who's riding Sadie, to at first give Sadie some cues. This is what I want you to do. You're going to follow it and kind of follow it at the left hip, the left fender, not too close. And then when I stop or slow down, I want Sadie to rate it and actually stop. And this ATV doesn't go real fast, so we won't get a real nifty haunches stop, but we don't want to bounce on the front end either. So you're going to sit deep in the saddle, keep her straight, keep her focused, as light as you can with your hands, mostly with your voice and with your seat. You're going to tell her, okay, when this thing stops, you're going to stop. So we're going to try it on getting ready for live cow work. And it's a beautiful spring day. Within the next few weeks, I want to actually bring my heifer Suzie out to an enclosed area and follow her with my Morgan horses. Okay, Katie, I'm going to go remembering that I've got a helmet on, but I'm a human being and I don't want to be overrun. Can you pick up a trot? Okay, I'm going to stop. Good. Is she paying attention, Katie?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now when we get close to the gate, I'm going to make a U-turn, come back over this grassy area, and go again. So your job will be, with your seat, with your voice, lightly with your reins, to follow. I chose this path because it's nice and hard, it isn't deep in sand, and the ATV works real good on it. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Oh.
How's she feeling?
She feels good.
Yeah, and from the corner of my eye, I see there's no head throwing or anything,
Nope,
correct?
She's calm.
Okay, I'm going to go around again here. So what you might want to do this time is, I'm going to go to my right and then make a U-turn.
Okay.
You go to your right, and then after I've U-turned, you work over the haunches. We're going to practice all these cow moves with this mechanical cow. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Back up a few steps when you stop. That'll get them to anticipate and stop on their haunches. Okay, come on up, and as I see you come up, I'll move up. But stop. Still, is she light?
Not as light, but she gets that she's supposed to keep the same pace as you.
Okay, great, great. That's what this training is all about. Rate the cow. I'm going to go around again.
Oh, good, good. Gonna do some random stops now? Cows do that often. Back up. Some trainers say whenever they stop, they always back a step or two. That really helps the horse understand that the stop is supposed to be coming over the haunches. What's that? Oh, the lead line's down. Okay, so, thank you. We didn't see that.
It's hanging off to get these guys up.
Okay, here we go. This time I'm going to go to the left and turn to the right. So when I angle off to the left, you stop, watch me U-turn, and over the haunches to the right. Just enough room for that U-turn. Little bit too much stepping over with the back legs. Okay, so we need to work on that. Get a little bit more pivot. Hey, Sadie. Sadie, she should be looking at the moving object. So why don't you slide your hand down the left rein and bring that lateral flexion into play here. We want her to always look at the moving object. She might be on purpose not looking at it because she's hoping it'll go away. Okay, here we go. I used my brake that time to stop more suddenly, back up a step or two. Okay, we're going to make one more run to the other end and then come back here to the camera. You feel that she's still being responsive?
Yes.
All right. This time I'm going to go to the left and turn to the right at that other end. Stop here unexpectedly. Back up. Always that step back. Then I'm going to watch you out of my peripheral, walk up to me, and that'll often make the cow move, so I'll move. We're facing the ATV. Careful of branches behind you. And oh, you're going past the jump. Did she take you there, or did you go there? Okay, turn it to the left. Slide your hand down. Don't forget to slide your hand down the rein to get that lateral flexion.
Okay, come on.
Okay, I'm going to wait until she's settled. Slide that hand down to the left and watch the branches behind you. It's the dog?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. There's a dog here on the other side of the fence, but that's okay. My horses are ranch versatile. We've got to deal with it. She's got to listen. She's got to listen to our requests and trust us. You have spurs on?
Yeah.
Are you using them? Okay. Ryan, stop the camera for a minute and go get that crop, please, that I left over there on the hay wheelbarrow. Now, we did have a little trouble with Sadie over at that end because there's a dog barking, and she was being resistance-full. So we stopped the camera, and my cameraman, Ryan, who's helped us quite a bit on join up, put the lead line on Sadie, and that's why we have the halter on under the bridle, so that we can do that in these training sessions. Walked her past the dog a couple times. Sadie was like night and day. It was a join up. It was a join up because really there was no pressure on the lead line, but having Ryan there seemed to give Sadie confidence that she was safe. Ryan was the leader. Now, we're going to try it again without Ryan, and if we have trouble, we'll repeat it. So, Katie, I'm going to go back and turn around, and then when I start turning, you stop, then you go over the haunches and follow me, and we'll see how she does at the other end.
Okay.
The challenge will be when we get halfway between here and the west fence. Stop now. That was reams and reams better. So our little training technique worked. And we're going to just do some more of this on another day without camera. If anything new comes up, we'll let you know. This ATV is charged by a battery charger. And you can see that it lasted this entire session on ground of this sort. It worked. It went as fast as I wanted it to go, and it stopped with the brakes. So it's a simulated mechanical cow.
Our cast of characters: Sadie and Eve, Sammy, Rusty, and Suzie. Heifer calf Selah. For more information, www.cowgirlchannel.com.